Good day, everybody, and welcome to the Ammunation. Sorry, I'm distracted here. I'm watching my dog and my cat fight. Just use the claws, buddy. Just use the claws, and she won't bug you no more. Anyway, how are you doing today, Mr. Twin? Good evening.
Evening. I'm living the dream. Thanks. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here, and coming around for this very special edition of Ammunation. I don't know why it's special.
They're all special.
They're all special. That's right. They're all unique. Like fucking lovely snowflakes.
By special, I mean retarded.
You're not wrong there. All right, we got a couple comments. Actually, this comment came in before the stream even started from Mr. Greater Ajax. A traitor, a drunk, a mobster's daughter, and Nancy Pelosi walk into a bar. Oh, wait, she's all those things. I knew she was a drunk. I knew she was a traitor. I didn't know she was a mobster's daughter. Her dad was a mobster? That's hilarious. It stands to reason. She's like thoroughly corrupt. She's a dirtbag. And we got Pox in the house saying, "What's up, Ajax? Welcome, Pox. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for being here." We got a few other watchers, it looks like, but let them comment in their own good time. So, everybody, welcome to the Ammunation. I'm your host, Craig Bragg. With me tonight, as always, is the illustrious Irving Twin, my co-host. So, sir, any news this week? Anything exciting happen in your life this past week?
Flex glue.
Flex glue.
Flex glue happened.
Is that with that Billy Mays thing?
It's not Billy Mays, but it may as well be Billy Mays. Yes.
So what's flex glue and what is it for?
It is for anything. Like, okay, you know how sometimes I get upset when you like basically run an entire other YouTube video? If you want to run the flex glue ad right now, I won't be mad about it. Like, it is fucking wild.
All right, let's see if I can find it here.
It's just like, okay, the infomercials are always bullshit, right? This stuff is not. Like, we first discovered the Flex brand family with the Flex tape. If you remember, the giant water tank with a big hole in it, and he just slaps this piece of tape over the rushing water and it seals.
Yeah.
Because my brother-in-law, we were digging some stuff up around his house to level this thing off. He put his shovel right through his irrigation system.
Oh, no.
And I made a joke, Flex tape. So we went out and got Flex tape. Now he's found Flex glue.
Even better.
It is just, oh my God, yeah.
It's a miraculous alien technology that we really should have the power of. Is that what you're saying?
That's what we're thinking. Right? Like, it's...
All right, let's watch this here.
Can Flex glue fix your anal fissure permanently?
All right, here we go with Flex glue. Turn it up a bit.
Hi, Phil Swift here for Flex Glue Clear, the crystal clear rubberized glue with amazing instant grab. It locks into place and it holds on tight. Ordinary glue clear is super thick. It clings to the surface and it virtually disappears.
But this is the clear one. You got to find the white one.
You glue, you can see right through. The incredible power of...
So there's one that's white in color?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, this is pretty amazing. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, but I think the white one has a better hold because they do some insane shit with it. Yeah, with the dune buggy,
All right.
Like, we were making jokes about it's a new religion. Like, that I'm going to take these bottles door to door, knock, and go, "Have you heard the good news?"
Hi, Phil Swift here for Flex Glue, the super strong rubberized glue. Flex Glue is a powerful adhesive with amazing instant grab. It locks into place and it holds on tight. Flex Glue acts like a magnet. Even this heavy brick is going to stick. And our Pro formula has even more instant grab, so you can tackle the biggest jobs. Now there's Flex Glue for everything you do. With Flex Glue, you don't need screws or nails, making it perfect for all types of repairs.
This is only the
Not only does
beginning.
Flex Glue have amazing instant grab, but it actually gets stronger over time. And once it reaches maximum strength, Flex Glue can easily lift over 1,000 pounds. Indoor and outdoor projects, virtually any material in all conditions. Wood, glass, tile, and metal, Flex Glue is so strong, it even works underwater. So you can apply Flex Glue underwater, and it even dries underwater. This rubberized adhesive is UV resistant and totally waterproof. To show you the power
It says
of
water
Flex Glue, we took all these parts and Flex glued them together and built the Flex Glue Monster 4x4.
Oh my Christ.
Slamming into giant logs and rocks, Flex Glue's powerful bond withstands the shocks and holds
Holy
this
shit.
piece together. Now any project, big or small, with Flex Glue, you can do them all.
I'm impressed.
That's fucking wild, right?
It's pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
And we were doing the underwater thing, the tiles, the
Yeah.
we're coming off the pool. So we're putting the Flex Glue and sticking it underwater, and it just holds.
Wow.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's another
The
thing we
adhesive
were saying.
version
It's
of
like,
Flex
oh my
Seal.
God. Yeah, it's
Stone
6
Hill
months
Slim.
from
Hey,
now, we
Stone
all have
Hill. Thanks
cancer.
for popping in. Can Flex Glue fix your anal fissure? Probably.
Permanently.
Think a karate guy could still break those bricks? In 5 years, we'll find out it causes turbo
Yeah.
cancer. Yeah, we all got it anyway. Well, you don't. I took the jab, so I got turbo cancer. So, no worries there.
No, okay, but the old cement that they had cemented on the tiles with, right?
Yeah.
My brother-in-law had put one of the tiles on and realized, oh no, it's a little askance. And so he tried to pull it off.
Nope.
It ripped the concrete out.
Oh my Christ.
Right. The Flex Glue held and the concrete was coming off.
That's like when you use wood glue to glue two pieces of wood together, you try and break it apart and it'll break the wood before it'll break the glue.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. Yeah. Well, yeah, hey man, that's pretty amazing alien technology. Proof that aliens are real because Flex Glue exists. The CIA, released it to this Phil Swift guy. Hey, we have some tech that needs to come out here. Make $1 million. Let's see. Got some more comments. So Greater Ajax said her dad ran San Francisco with an iron fist. Oh no shit, eh? So her dad was a former mayor of San Francisco, I guess. Interesting. That's pretty cool. So you went I understand you came to my neck of the woods to get yourself some Flex Glue and you didn't even call me and tell me you were there.
Had to go to the home hardware, and I meant to call you. But
so
then
why did you come all the way to Burlington? They don't have a home hardware out in Etobicoke area?
Oh, so okay. So my brother-in-law is not in Etobicoke. We're a lot closer to you. But it's not at every home hardware. Because home hardwares are franchised out,
Right.
and they're actually super relaxed about what you carry. So you can just keep your home hardware working, and it's entirely pots and pans.
Yeah.
And just kitchen stuff, right? But it's still a home hardware.
The one you went to has like a huge selection of Yeti cups.
Yeah.
They're gonna have tons of Yeti cups.
Yeah, I don't see the appeal, but yeah, that's the one we were at there. Yeah, so and that's the one that carries the big caulking style tubes of Flex Glue.
Cool. You should have, well, because you were right nearby the Warhammer, the Games Workshop store there, and in that same plaza is a place called Duck Donuts. You should have gone there and got the donuts.
Next time.
Duck Donuts are good. Next time you're in town, let me know, and we'll get together, coffee or whatever.
There's also
come check out my new deck. That was my big news this week.
Oh yeah.
We built a deck. We that's why it says in my title here, broke but not broken. So the wife and I spent far too much. Well, I shouldn't say far too much money. It was well worth the money, but more than we should necessarily have paid in terms of what we can afford. We had a nice big deck and a backyard reno done by wonderful people at Abingdon Heights. I highly recommend their work. They are phenomenal. And if you're in the Hamilton area and you need some landscaping done, Abingdon Heights is the place to go. They got nothing but 5-star ratings on HomeStars and Google reviews. And the guy who we work with is just he runs the company, and he's just phenomenal to work with. So, but yeah, did a nice job putting in a composite deck in our backyard. We've got much more seating area now. He refreshed our garden beds with new mulch and put some hostas in, and yeah, just did an amazing job. But it was expensive, so we're kind of broke. But it was nice. It was nice to when it was finally done. The wife and I are very happy about it. What else did I do this weekend? I took Friday off, and I went to the border to pick up some mail. I ordered this from Pinnacle Entertainment Group. See that? Savage Worlds role-playing game. This is the Adventure Edition. This is the 5th printing of the Adventure Edition. It's a beautiful book. It's a if you're not familiar with Savage Worlds, it's a genreless role-playing system. Comes with 3 silk bookmarks. It's pretty cool, and I want to incorporate it for. I'll go right on to do even Game Bro. I want to incorporate it for my Elf Camino campaign idea. I told you about Elf Camino.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think it'd be fun for Elf Camino, so I'll try and get something going with that. But that's I spent the day in Niagara Falls, not the morning in Niagara Falls doing that. Decided I would drive all the way to the border to pick up a book at the U.S. shipping address. And the guy at customs said, what was the purpose of your visit? I was like, I was just picking up mail at my mailbox. I said, what did you pick up? I said, a book that I ordered. He's like, you went all the way from Burlington to pick up a book? I'm like, I really wanted the book. He's like, anything else? I'm like, no, nothing to declare. All right, have a good day. So. But yeah, it's kind of silly that I spent that much time. Also, I went to Walmart and picked up some snacks that you can't really get here. So I was happy about that. So not snacks I'm going to eat, mind you, because I'm still on my restricted diet, trying to count my calories. Another comment here. Let's just play some Conan already. N-word. Conan like the RPG or Conan the online RPG?
Whichever.
Yeah. Conan's cool. Like, what is it? Hyperborea or whatever. That's the name of the realm, I guess. The fantasy realm that Conan's part of. It's a cool setting. I like all the Conan movies, except the more recent ones. They suck, but the ones with Schwarzenegger are good. But so, yeah, that's my week, pretty much. Do you even game, bro? You playing anything recently?
Just Warhammer.
You love your Warhammer.
I do. Well, I told you got the updates, right?
Yeah.
Wild updates.
You still playing the Russian the Kislev?
No, the Imperium, the Empire got a wicked beef. Oh yeah, they got some new units and shit. Couple of tweaks that just make it they haven't really been buffed in a while, right? Yeah. And these are some crazy buffs, so I'm pretty pleased.
This is my complaint about the Warhammer tabletop game is every time they do a new edition, they'll come out with, they'll buff some army. They'll come out with some new lore and they'll really boost up, the stats of some army, but then they'll nerf another one. Or they'll eliminate the army that you collected altogether. So you can't play it under the new rules. If you're going to play it, you got to play it with old rules, and and then it's less effective. Yeah. Warhammer 40K, I don't know. I bought the freaking Tyranid models, and now I'm like, do I even want to play this fucking game? But my buddy's into it, so I'm going to be playing it, I'm sure. But we skipped over something more important. Do you even lift, bro? How has your fitness journey gone this week?
Actually, it's been pretty awesome.
Good.
Yeah, I've been fairly consistent, not just going to the gym and having my particular kind of split, even every like back and bicep day, it's the same exercises in the same order over and over again. The past couple of weeks, I now have what you might call like a B workout for each day.
Okay.
So like A and B, or even just I'll swap one exercise out for something that I don't normally do. And it has been fantastic. Like when I first tried this exercise called a straight arm lateral, straight arm lat push down.
Yep.
I didn't understand it. I may have been doing it wrong. It wasn't engaging my back. Maybe my back wasn't, strong enough to really know what was happening.
Yeah.
I found the right attachment for the cable that I had put my hands on and went, oh yeah, I see how that might work. And I tried it. And the moment that I pulled it down, as soon as I started, it was like, what the fuck is that? Like I could just, it felt like my back was getting wider with every rep. It was so crazy. So that's been, that felt real good.
That's cool.
How about you?
Well, I've been, I started at Good Life. So I've been going there all week last week, and that was fun. I had a meeting with the fitness manager over at the Good Life, and he went over, I told him what my goals were, and he's all stoked about it. I said, yeah, I want to look like Captain America. He's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, awesome. Okay, we can help you with that, that kind of stuff, right? And then I was talking about things that I like to do, things that I don't like to do because of reasons and blah, blah, blah. And he's a big proponent of compound movements. He's like, he made a good point. And I was like, he says, of the machines that we have here, how many do you think have you sitting down to use them? And I said, I don't know. He says, all of them. And when you're lifting stuff, when you're engaged in strength activities in your everyday life, how often are you sitting down while you're doing that? It's like never. I'm like, yeah, you got a good point. It's like, so you need to squat, you need to do this, you need to do these things. And I'm like, yeah, here's the problem. Last time I did a high bar squat, I really messed up my back, and I was away from the gym for like 4 days. And then he pulled out this chart. He says the high bar squat's like right up here at like the peak. You really need to be good at doing squats before you do a high bar squat. He says, so you should be down here. If you've only been doing this a year and you haven't been doing squats consistently, you should be doing things like goblet squats. You should be doing things like just, body weight squats and that sort of thing, just to get up, to get the movements in like, what do you call it? So they become second nature. So you know that you're doing them right regardless, right?
Right.
So that was really good. And he also mentioned, he talked about bench presses because I mentioned some pain in my like clavicle here, like my, over my collarbone. And he's like, yeah, I would avoid doing bench press with a bar. I would do them with with dumbbells, because then, your shoulders and your wrists can move the way they're meant to move, as opposed to being locked to a rigid piece of metal and being forced into positions based on the weight. And he says other muscles will start to compensate, and muscles you don't necessarily want to engage with a bench press like that. So he says, I recommend doing dumbbell bench presses. And he says, and I recommend doing them on a decline, because that'll really engage the lower muscle fibers. And you'll find that you have more control when you're doing it on a decline. He says, but don't use the decline bench because it's too steep. He says, just put a plate underneath a regular bench, and that'll put you at enough that the decline will have some impact without it being too drastic, right? A couple more. Guess we got that one. Either or. So he doesn't care about Conan Online or Conan TTRPG. Warhammer is posed now. Gender transition is canon now, and there are apparently always being female custodians. Yeah, we talked about that like last week, I think. It's a bunch of horseshit. Just like we have always been at war with Eurasia. Yeah. And check DMs for workout goals. Okay. Let's see there. Zangief workout motivation. Okay, now I want to watch this.
Sorry, did you hear that?
Yeah. It's like I'm gonna share this 1 second. So yeah, no, he gave me some good tips, and I'm probably going to end up doing some training with some trainers at Good Life. He said he wants to be in on the first couple of sessions, so he can like help direct the trainer on what it is my goals are and that kind of stuff. So, all right, here we go.
What the fuck?
Nothing is impossible. Not if you keep training. Squeeze every last muscle. Push. You can do it. Put your heart into it. There. A bit more. Good things await. Come on. Yes. Here, the good things has promised. Yeah. Three.
Fucking Zangief, man. Yep.
Oh, hey, and can I share you something before we
Yeah.
get too far from the
Yeah,
Warhammer,
do it.
the women of Warhammer? So there have always been women in Warhammer, and they have always been awesome.
Sisters of Battle.
Ask our buddy Quiz there. You know, he knows all about it, but I'll go ahead and I'll give you this because this is just fucking wild. That's my new word. I've been saying that a lot. I don't know why.
Wild.
Did I present or what?
I don't see it yet.
Oh, I think I accidentally hit stop. All right, here we go. I hope the music is coming through too, guys.
I can hear it. Yeah, they're Sisters of Battle.
And forcing them into the Custodes lore sort of diminishes their actual contributions, because this is one thing about Warhammer is like, yeah, there are Space Marines, but the core of the army is regular people in dirt armor that are coming from mines and farm planets and have absolutely nothing special about them.
Right.
And these women are famous for how fucking relentless they are. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And they're like, no, they're Custodes. No, they're regular bitches. They're just for the Empire, for the Imperium.
Yeah, they're Imperial Guard, like heavily armored Imperial Guard specific, they're like super powered nuns. Not even super powered, just like fucking armored nuns.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I don't understand it. You hanging out with me today, Kens? You gonna hang out while I live stream? Kenzie's here.
Plus that song is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mentioned this one-page rules thing. I'm more inclined to just like fuck it, make my own miniature game.
Like, there's nothing wrong with just taking their models and playing whatever game you want.
Yeah. Pox says the Sisters of Battle are probably more fucking insane than the Space Marines. They have a sect that's a bunch of half-naked heretic broads that are crucified to murder crosses. Yeah, no, I mean, and you got to think about the Imperial Guard too, right? Imperial Guard are just regular schmoes in like regular army gear, and they, like Catachin, it's just fucking jungle warriors. They're all a bunch of Rambo wannabes running around the jungle, and you stand next to 10-foot tall fucking Space Marines.
Yeah, and
fighting Tyranids with fucking Bowie knives and fucking machine guns.
Or from time to time, actual fucking demons.
Yeah. If I recall correctly, they're trying to redeem their souls or some shit. Yeah, you're probably right. I don't remember all the lore. That's the thing about Warhammer 40K. They've got excellent lore, and the people who are invested in it are like full on into the lore, and that's why they were so pissed off when they started talking about female Custodes, right? So So let's move on. Oh.
No?
It's time for.
Why do you say you feel trapped in a man's body?
Well, sometimes I get the menstrual cramps real hard.
Why do you say you feel trapped in a man's body?
Time for True News. Did you hear about this story? So tonight's banner or slate was all about we're Ammunation 52, Die in the Street, Bigot. So it's all about this story that I saw on X. I think it was Post Millennial put it up there. See if I can find it here. Yeah, here it is.
But it's also largely getting scrubbed. You were telling me that it's harder and harder.
Well,
to
I
find
searched it on Google and you don't see it. But if you search it on, hold on a second. Let me go to that. One moment. I'm gonna play the whole story. One sec here. It's absolutely fucking horrifying, quite frankly. Quite frankly. You see all that? You all see that?
Oh God, are we actually going to actually watch it happen?
It's edited so that you don't see the brutality of it. Just watch.
Car speeding right into him. We're pausing the video right before he gets hit. The car reverses and hits him again, pushing him further into the street. Neighbors are on the phone, frantically calling 911.
Other people to help me turn him over. They want us to turn him over.
Another neighbor comes out with a pillow. And that's when the suspect, Karen Fisher, identified in court records as a man, but also described as she by police, returns with a knife in hand. The suspect yanks and flips Anderson over, straddles him, and kisses him. We're not showing what happens next because it's too graphic, but that's when police say Fisher stabs him 9 times. She casually walks off as if nothing happened and neighbors just watch. She then tries getting into another car while talking to witnesses. When that's unsuccessful, she leaps over the body and walks away, car speeding right into him.
So yeah, so that happened. It's absolutely mind-numbingly fucking horrible that shit like this is going on. And this is what happens when you indulge psychopaths and people who have serious mental issues. And I said to you before, I'm like, why don't we just give matches to fucking pyromaniacs? Like, here's some matches, buddy. Now be safe. We can't deny you your natural predilection for starting fires. So here's some matches. Just be safe. You know, like there's people who are mentally ill. You do not take the mentally ill and say, yes, you're absolutely right. You can talk to dogs and angels are flying all around you all the time and whispering in your ear to eat a 10-pack of chicken McNuggets. And yes, that's all true. Oh, and you're also a woman. Yes, you're a woman, and we'll even help you look like a woman so we can help you further your delusion and help you. We'll collaborate with the illness, as they say, and help you realize your lifelong dream of being a psycho woman. Why do we do it? Why, folks? Why? We're in the I don't know what timeline we're in, but it's fucked up.
I'm having trouble formulating thoughts about this, really. Like, it's
like this guy was just going to get his fucking mail. She didn't know the dude. He was just walking the street, going to get a mail. He turns because he hears that a car is racing down the street. He's like, oh, what the hell's going on? And it's racing right towards him. I'm assuming the guy died. He was run over again, and then stabbed 9 times. I'm assuming he's dead, but I don't know. Some random guy just going about his fucking day. Probably, if you were to ask him before he died, what do you think of this whole trans issue? What do you think? He'd probably give something like, well, people should be able to live the way they want to live, like, I don't care. That would probably be his response.
Did they get the dude?
The chick, I would assume so, yeah. She was identified on camera. They have the name of the suspect, so I'm assuming she's in custody. It is in custody. I mean, you can tell it's a dude. Look at the broad shoulders on that guy. And he's like 6 feet tall. So, anyway. Messed up. No comments on it. I think people are horrified. And we lost some viewers.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Ajax gave us some wisdom here.
Words are violence. Poor Troon was just defending they, them, potato self, Zers himself. Yeah. Defending them from fucking reality. I need to defend myself from reality by killing everything that's real. And this guy going to get his fucking mail, he's just too goddamn real for me. So I'm going to take him out. I don't know, man. Something's got to be done. An end of this nonsense. This indulgence of insanity needs to happen soon. We lost another viewer. We're down to 7 now. But yeah, that's your true news for the day. Oh, there's something else. There was something else on X I wanted to.
Reality is oppressive and racist, says Ajax.
Totally. Oh, damn, I can't find it now.
Well, in the video that you had did earlier today, you had talked about, what is it, Bill C-63?
Did I? Yeah, I think so.
Just a little bit. That wasn't really the core. You were talking about
Pierre Poilievre and whether or not he's a legit populist.
Which the answer is no. But like, that like True News and Jews News, that's probably going to be covered.
Yeah.
Right. Like, we're going to the gulag. It won't be that long now.
Oh yeah, I don't fucking care. Yeah, let him try. Let him try and take me. I'll share this other thing that somebody put up there on the X. If you're angry or think it's unfair, in quotes, for a trans girl to beat a cis girl in a sporting event, then fundamentally you don't think trans girls are real girls. It's that simple. Yes, it's precisely the case. Yes. And J.K. Rowling says, astounding how often militant trans activists tell the rest of us, so what you're saying is trans girls aren't real girls. Yes, that's exactly what we're saying. Girls are being robbed of honors and opportunities by mediocre, uber-privileged, establishment-enabled boys. Yep, it's true. What's this? I don't believe in ghosts. So what you're saying is there's no such thing as a ghost. Yes. So basically you think ghosts don't exist. Correct. Do you realize you're literally saying ghosts aren't real? I do. So fundamentally, and so on, forever and ever. Yeah, that's essentially it. Yeah. Finally, they're getting it. Yes, we don't believe you. We think you're fucking crazy. You like my shirt?
I do, actually.
Super kitten.
Is it a particular cat? Like, is it Mac or?
No, it's just I saw it at Winners, and I'm like, that's a fucking cute shirt. I'm gonna buy that. Yeah. So yeah. So that's the true news, folks. Let's move on.
I mentioned the video you did today because
oh yeah,
I am hearing from more and more regular people, right, that they're seeing it. They're catching on. They can't believe they didn't catch on earlier.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it's happening fast enough. Like,
you mean in terms of people understanding that, hey, the government actually is hurting me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Like the pebbles are falling down the mountain and the landslide is imminent.
Yeah.
Like it's inevitable, but it will be after they have put up all those barriers or started blasting at, the rocks that would be the ultimate landslide. Like we're gonna end up in the gulag before they before they undo it. Like there will be no preventing.
It very well could happen. It very well could happen. I think little channels like ours who have no real reach, we're gonna fly under the radar. Somebody might get pissed off and go, we gotta get those guys, so we're gonna report to the Human Rights Commission. If I ever got a call from somebody at the Human Rights Commission saying we're calling about some content you put on, I'd just hang up. As far as I'm concerned, it's not a fucking legitimate organization. I would just say, oh, very nice, goodbye, click. Let them come to the door with the fucking cops. Let the cops arrest me. I'm not going to play the fucking game. I'm not going to go and sit down in a room somewhere with some human rights commissioner to answer for my despicable views online. Fuck you. Why did I say it? I like Ezra Levance, but because it's my fucking right to say it. I have a right to say what I want. I'll say whatever I want. I'll call them troons, and I'll use the N-word, and I'll use the F slur. And
we do say those words in this house.
Yeah, we do say those words. I will call you a retard. Yes, and I don't fucking care. But it offended somebody? Well, that sounds like a they problem.
Sounds like a they-them problem.
That sounds like a they-them problem. Oh, you're offended that I called you a tranny. Oh, that sounds like a you problem. A they-them problem. A Z-zer problem. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm a regressive. And I'm not going to say I'm proud of it, but I don't care. Like, are you proud of what you've done today? I don't particularly have any opinion on it. It's just what it is. Proud? No, pride's a sin, motherfucker. I'm not proud of anything. Anyway, reality is oppressive and racist. Yeah, but I'm in speaking to my my video today. Is Pierre Poilievre a populist? I don't think he is either. I think he's paying lip service, and I'm expecting that he's going to become prime minister. I think he would be wise that once he becomes prime minister and he has a majority government, that he pulls out all the fucking stops. And he just goes, yeah, okay, let's embrace this populism full throat, whether I believe it in or not. Let's embrace it because we can actually get some shit done that, aligns with my so-called neoconservative values that aren't really very conservative at all. They're more centrist than anything else. But, he could do something like, shrink government and lower taxes. He could do something like expand firearm rights in Canada. Will he? I don't know.
No.
But why wouldn't he? If he wants to establish himself as a having a legacy where he's viewed as a principled conservative prime minister, in the spirit of the ones who've gone before, then he should. But if he just wants to keep getting elected and just living by the whims of the pollsters, then he can be like every other fucking conservative leader. Oh, what do the polls say? Well, I better not. That's a third rail subject. I better not touch it.
But that's what he is showing himself to be, and what the Conservative Party has become. Basically, just a bunch of people that are trying to keep their jobs. They're not actually trying to do anything, right?
No.
Like, as incompetent and ridiculous as the Liberals are, you got to hand it to them, right? Without principles, they're somehow sticking to their principles of radical, whatever idea, and like bull rushing with it.
Yeah.
The Conservative Party isn't doing that. Maxime Bernier is trying to do that, but everyone's like, but Bernier can't win. No shit. Because you're not voting for him. He can only win if you vote.
That's right. He runs The PPC run candidates in every fucking riding across the country. So
Yeah.
while realistically he can't win, theoretically he could. In any event, yeah, I'm just like I'm sort of resigned myself to like, yeah, Pierre's going to win. He's going to become the next prime minister. What's he going to do while there? Am I going to be like, how satisfied or dissatisfied am I going to be with the results of his leadership in the House of Commons? You're right though. Like for a group of people who aren't principled at all, the Liberal Party, they don't let up. They just keep talking their bullshit, and they've proven that if you just say things over and over and over again, a significant portion of the population will just believe it. Versus, Polyev, who should be calling him out on his bullshit, should be saying, like, when he tries to accuse them of cozying up to white supremacists and Nazis and racists and blah 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 blah, he should just say, that's pathetic. You're pathetic. You don't have anything. All you've got is these attacks, because you know that you're on the way out. Nobody likes you, and all you can do is just try and smear your opponent. You're pathetic. And your wife doesn't even like you. That's why she left. Hi, Trinity. Hello. Oh, thank you. I love you too. Good dog.
And there's this thing called the rage index, I think.
What's the rage index?
Like, it's just a measurement of rage across the country. And
Oh, yeah.
for the longest time, Alberta has been the province that is the most angry.
Sure.
Well, for the first time in quite some time, Ontario has surpassed Alberta as having the highest amount of rage. And my first thought was, so why did you do it? Like, Ontarians, you did this.
Yeah.
You, like, literally not any other province. It was Ontario.
Yeah.
Right? Over and over again. You keep voting the guy in. What are you mad about? You're not mad at Trudeau. You're mad at your fucking selves.
Yeah.
But I don't think they see that. I don't think they know that.
Well, I will say this. I'm quite happy that the Liberal representative from my riding, Miss Pam Damoff, is not seeking re-election, and is actually, she's not stepping down, but she will not be running again. I think because she's seeing the polling in this riding, and it's overwhelmingly going conservative. She is a see you next Tuesday. She's a total cunt. I cannot stand this woman. She is the worst kind of ideologue, and a stalwart, liberal, dyed-in-the-wool liberal, will always toe the party line. She has not a principled bone in her fucking body. She just is. She's just devoted to her ideology and her party, and that's it. But that's the same for all the liberals. They're all like that, though. Fucking cat and dog chasing each other all the time. Anyway, yeah. So, in answer to the question, is he? No, he's not. But we're gonna have to suck it up. At least it won't be Trudeau. Could you imagine if Singh got in?
Oh.
God damn.
Yeah, if you think the Liberals are bad, that would be the absolute worst thing to
The only thing about Singh being prime minister is that he's so out of his depth, and he doesn't have anyone around him that can pick up the slack, that I don't know how much harm he could do. But who knows?
Like the sheer, like, he is one of the most absolutely condescending MPs out of all of them. Because he's claiming to be, like, on the socialist bent. He's also the absolute most expensive MP.
Yeah.
That this calendar year alone, he's already expensed almost $1 million. Like, it's literally $900,000 already.
Crap. On what?
I don't like they unclear. Yeah. But on the other hand, he keeps going to tweet going, "Oh, we're going to hold this liberal government accountable for this, that, and this." It's like, The only reason they're still in power is because you don't flip
And vote
and
again.
demand the election. Like the election would just happen if you said so.
Yeah.
Right. And you're sitting there propping up Justin Trudeau and then shitting on him. But I'm convinced they have zero support. Right. Like I think they're losing seats too.
Yeah.
And their coffers are empty. They have no war chest. If there's an election, they won't get a seat because they can't campaign at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They might get a couple, but they're not going to be. They'll lose official party status.
Yeah.
Liberals are in danger of losing official party status as well.
It's starting to look that. Well, you know what's funny, right? Is that like they like to. Some of the polls will put other, and there's like almost 8% in other, and other is PPC.
Yeah.
Right. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. But the election cannot come soon enough, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Did you see clips from the prayer breakfast, the media prayer breakfast?
No.
So Poilievre and Justin Trudeau were both at the media prayer breakfast. I think it's like an annual thing they do, right? And they asked Pierre to speak, right? And he went up there and basically talked about the humility of ministers. And he's speaking specifically about, religious ministers, but also speaking about government ministers. And he mentioned the prime minister is the prime servant of the people. And he even called on Trudeau to step down in this fucking prayer breakfast. It was fucking brutal. Like, he did it in such a way, like, it wasn't direct. It was kind of like he skirted around the edges of him saying it. He didn't say it to him. He said it about him. It was kind of funny. But anyway, it's worth watching if you can find it.
And the worst part is how much I liked Pierre Poilievre before he was the leader of the party.
Yeah.
And how I would have liked him and respected him so much more if he would have just been like, fuck it, I'm going with Max.
That would be good. That would be good. But the problem is he's a politician. He's self-interested. He wants a career. He's more self-interested than he is principle-oriented. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if he really, I would believe him in his his rhetoric about small government and that sort of stuff, if he were to reach out to Maxime Bernier in earnest and offer a fig leaf kind of thing, what I mean? It's like, here, we want to do something for you. We want to do something for the PPC. We want to help you campaign so that you get at least a seat and you can be part of the government. Like, if he did, all you have to do is say that, like, we want to help the PPC gain status in the House with at least one seat. That would give me a lot of, like, I would go, okay, you know what, maybe he is a decent guy, but I don't think that's going to happen.
No, I just don't buy it.
I don't buy it neither. What do we have? Oh, yeah, hold on here. One moment here. All right, folks, now it's time for...
Oh, that's so disgusting. Oh, my God, that's the worst thing I ever heard in my life.
It's time for the Jews news. So,
this one for sure. This one for sure is a hate speech. We're going straight to Gulag.
Straight to Gulag for this one. Okay, so you heard that Benjamin Netanyahu, leader of Israel, moved into Rafah. Went right on in. And looks like Biden is holding congressionally approved funding and arms that were set to go to Israel. He's withholding them. Didn't they impeach somebody over something like that?
But that was Ukraine.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. The Congress
approved.
Why is it different? Congress approved funding and arms to go to Israel, and Biden's holding it off.
Okay, so I'll try and make the argument as concise as possible. Something Holocaust, something anti-Semitism, something money.
Oh, I see now. Okay, you're right. It totally is different from Ukraine.
Yeah.
Zelensky's not very popular in Ukraine right now, but he sees himself as a messiah. You realize that, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he thinks Putin is the devil. Yeah, you would think that because you lost. It's over.
Yeah. Well, bricks.
My bricks. You're right. It is all bricks. You know, I didn't draw the connection before. I knew it was there. It probably just didn't crystallize in my mind. But yeah, this is all about bricks being ascendant and the petrodollar, the U.S. dollar becoming waning in popularity and use around the globe.
So they have to find a way to justify outright war.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, because Boeing's got to get paid, man. Lockheed Martin, they all still got to get paid. They figure, okay, Western civilization is going down. We got to get paid before that happens because Russia's not going to buy our shit. Russia's got their own shit. They have their own developers. I'm assuming Lockheed Martin does not sell to Russia.
Probably not. Well, I mean, Russia makes their own. Like they have Sukhoi, right?
They have what? Sorry,
Sukhoi.
Is that their arms development company?
Well, I mean, for their jets, right? Like,
right.
They and Sukhois are awesome.
Yeah,
they're great planes. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know much about military armaments or hardware.
They're enormous, though. That's the one drawback. They're very large targets.
But my guess is that they can carry gigantic payloads. Is that the idea?
Yeah, but they're great machines. They move really nicely.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what do you think? Nuclear exchange when?
After Trump wins the election, but before he's inaugurated, so they can hold off the changing of the guard.
Yeah, I can see that.
Maybe they even do it before the election. Like, don't let the election go, right?
Yeah. We have to withhold the election because we were at full-scale hostilities with Russia. Yeah. Yep, I can see that happening too. I don't know, man. Part of me wants it all to just fucking go off and happen, you know what I mean? But then part of me is like, no, I still want to go play airsoft, you know?
You'll be playing airsoft, but it'll be a little more real than you want it to be.
A little bit more real than I'm necessarily prepared for. Can you imagine? Put on my Canada Man, what do you call it, plate carrier? Did I ever show you that?
The plate carrier?
Yeah, I got a Canada Man plate carrier made.
You're gonna have to go dig it up. Let's
all right, what's next? I'll be right back.
Because sometimes, I get it, man. Sometimes I just want to skip to the sequel. Right? This is like the preface. This isn't the real movie. This is the before times and the long ago that are talked about in the actual movie. Then you go backwards and you do a trilogy, that ultimately sucks. That's why 4, 5, and 6 of Star Wars are the best ones. The original, like the episodes 1, 2, and 3 did give us one great thing. It's a musical piece called Duel of the Fates. It's basically Darth Maul's fight theme. It's fantastic. Beautiful music. Totally worth all those 3 shitty movies. So where is this guy? This quiet offends Slanesh. I can't carry it forever, Craig. Hurry up. But yeah, let's just get to the Fallout chapter, because this is getting real boring, real repetitive, constant frustration. And yeah, we just, you know what? Suddenly, I agree. Yes, we need to reduce the population badly. Just fucking genocide humans. Get the population down to 500 million and run wild.
Are you
Gonna be
ready?
Part Stone Age, part guns.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Sorry.
And then on the back.
Oh, I can't read it.
Oh, see you now?
No. You're too far forward.
Okay. See it?
Canada Man, yeah. And are those Velcros?
Yeah.
Nice. And that
Yeah,
will
I ordered this on AliExpress. Or no, it was at Amazon. AliExpress, I think. It was only like 30 or 40 bucks to get it custom printed. So I'm like, yeah, fucking do it.
And that'll hold plate.
It has pockets for plates. See? Plate goes in there.
Nice.
Plate goes in here. Yeah. No, it doesn't have any webbing to put pouches or anything on it, but that's okay. Yeah, so the idea is when I go to Balahack, I'll wear this. I have to make one that's I have to make a costume that's a little bit more appropriate for like post-apocalypse. So this was going to be part of that. Oh, excuse me. And it's going to be, I got to dirty it up because it's got to look like it's been through hell, right?
Right.
Be playing air hard. That's right. It won't be air hot or soft. It'll be air hard. That's right. Oh man. Yeah, I think. How are you going to do when we have to live in the Stone Age again?
It's gonna be rough.
I know. I like my internet.
I was more worried about how do I eat.
Oh, that's not so hard. You just make yourself a bow. You go fucking hunt. You just hunt.
I don't have a lot of bow experience, but
yeah, you'll pick it up though. You'll figure it out
in 3 days or else.
Well, no, for the first little bit, you scrounge for whatever you can. You do a stock of what you have in your house that will last, like canned goods and dry pasta and dry goods. Like you keep track of that. And while you're slowly going through that, because you're rationing it out, you build yourself a bow out of PVC pipe and paracord, and you practice in the backyard. You start making arrows out of twigs and shit, and eventually get good at it, so that when you do run out of your prepared food that's in cans and in bags and boxes, you can go out and shoot a rabbit. And the population of rabbits has skyrocketed because, well, there's no cars anymore because everybody's dead, and so they're breeding like crazy. So there's going to be lots of rabbits. And as the cities become more vacant, then the wild animals start moving in to try and scrounge for their own food, because humans have a habit of leaving shit around, and if there's no one there to chase them away, so you'll be able to hunt other things too, like deer and raccoon and stuff like that. You got this, man. We're all going to make it. All right, we got a couple more comments. Greater Asia says, somewhere in a factory in China, a guy's thinking, I may be a slave, but at least I'm not a Canadian LARPer. Yeah, you're right. It probably is. I'm going to be a booze baron in the apocalypse. Hey, you know what? Like, everybody's got to fill their niche, I'm going to dress as a superhero and go around and pick up trash. Can't you guys just buy bows? Yeah, we could buy bows, but the problem is that if the apocalypse happens, then getting them might be tricky, right? Because it'll be a bunch of people hoarding them and going down to Sale and Canadian Tire and just like grabbing everything that's there.
Can you imagine though? They decide that those are fully automatic assault bows, and they move them to the prohibited list.
That's right. I can see it. Yeah, I can see them doing that. They want to prohibit more and more knives all the time. Like certain knives aren't legal in Canada. Like, what makes a gravity knife more dangerous than like what do you call it? Like a pocket knife that you can open with your thumb.
Actually, the thumb pin is illegal.
Yeah, but I mean, neither one of them are necessarily more dangerous.
You have to remove the thumb pin.
You have to remove the thumb pin. Eh?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
No. If you can open it one-handed, right?
Yeah.
And it might be useful.
Well, that's just it. If you can open one-handed, then you are a threat. Whereas if you have to use two hands, you're no longer a threat somehow. I don't get it. I don't understand. And what if it's a fixed blade? Like I can have a 7-inch fixed blade in my back pocket or in a little sheath on my hip. I'm not a threat.
It's less concealable.
So what? I can still fucking kill somebody with it. The thumb pin gives you a safer, better grip for the shanking. Thumb pins are illegal. What about flip backs? Yeah, balisongs, everything is illegal in Canada. If you can open it with one hand, it's illegal. Spring-loaded knives are illegal in places in the U.S. Some states have blade length restrictions too. Yeah, it's stupid. In the UK, you can't even have a fucking knife. And you need to be 18 to buy like a fucking butter knife.
I was gonna say, do you remember when some London police posted a picture of their haul that day of dangerous things, and it was like a bike wheel and a butter knife
and a stick? There's someone had a stick. These are dangerous weapons. This is a fucking stick. Jesus Christ. Yep. But they fully embraced the nanny state long ago. They just want to be, told what to do all the time.
Yeah, I've got a friend, and he really is a good friend, but he is infuriating to discuss this kind of thing with. I've broken the debate down into my villainous liberty versus his tyrannical altruism.
Right.
And he doesn't think it's tyrannical. Right? I believe average ordinary people should be free to go about their average ordinary lives, engaging in average ordinary activities, unimpeded by government or institutions or any other force or factor, including other people. While my friend doesn't want to live in a world in which people can just go around eating any sandwich willy-nilly and also genocide.
Eating any sandwich willy-nilly. Where's that? Like, he doesn't like Spam and he doesn't think anybody should eat it?
Ban peanuts and peanut butter from the schools because of the allergies, right?
Right. Yeah.
But also, he's one of those people that thinks we need to reduce the population to 1 billion. And I'm trying to explain to him, man, if we're going to reduce the population by 7 billion people with the peanut allergies are the first ones that got to go.
Exactly.
If you drop the population, you can't breed that shit back in. That's got to go right away.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember talking to somebody about the abortion debate, and they were pro-abortion. I've been anti-abortion for as long as I can recall now. And they mentioned the idea of abortion helps weed out undesirables. Like, Oh, okay. So as long as we're, keep a record here, who in this conversation is the eugenicist? And they're like, yeah, absolutely. I'm like, and you call me evil. You call me a fucking Nazi. And you're the eugenicist. You want people who are infirm to not be able to breed. You want people, children who are born that are undesirable to be put to death. It's mind-boggling to think that, these are the people who consider themselves the conscientious, progressive people who care about people, but they only care about people in a specific context. In the abstract, they hate people. In the abstract, they're misanthropes, and they would rather, there be fewer people.
Misanthropic malcontents.
Yeah.
But you want to hear the real eugenicist craziness? If you're so inclined to believe that an unborn baby is in fact a person, and you should,
Yeah.
the leading cause of death among blacks in the U.S.
It's abortion.
is abortion.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah.
So, fucking racist eugenicists. Being pro-abortion is racist. Do you think we could make that work? Just swing? Just like turn it around on them? No, it never works because they don't have principles. They don't stand on principles.
No.
They just twist whatever they want into whatever they want at the moment. Like, that's the fuck. That is so fucked up about it. It's all about what they want right then and there.
Yeah.
Right? It's motivated reasoning to this radical degree. I guess it is a little bit of an oddity. Right? Because it's only racist when you do it.
Yeah.
It's like it's
well,
only
because they ascribe to you the worst motivations for your beliefs, right? Their motivations for their beliefs are all predicated on, on goodness and decency and
tyrannical altruism.
Right. Exactly. Was it C.S. Lewis who said it'd be better to be ruled by robber barons than by, a moral busybody? Because, a robber baron, they might one day rest in their tyranny over you.
They'll be sated for a while.
They'll be sated for a while.
I've had enough rape and murder for the day. I'm going to bed.
But the truly moral good people, they feel no issue with, stepping on you because they're doing it for good reasons. Their conscience alleviates.
They have the approval of their own conscience. Yeah, I forget.
They do it with the approval of their own conscience. That's right. Yeah, and this is the issue, right? Like, this is why when I mentioned my libertarian leanings and my progressive feminist friend goes, "Gah." I'm like, you know what? I've seen what you cheer for. Your boos mean nothing. Okay, I know what you fucking like. So when you scoff at me for saying that I think liberty's a good thing, that's the biggest compliment you could fucking give me, because I know what you actually hold value in. But anyway.
Yeah, like I remember that it was like a bumper sticker declaring themselves pro-abortion, fat positive, sex positive. I can't remember.
Sex work is real work.
Yeah, like but it's just like, holy shit, you just listed off Warhammer's 4 chaos gods and how you are literally a force for chaos undivided. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, it is so weird. Like, yes, okay, everything cool is actually based on Jesus. I hope you know that, right?
Well, it's the mythological substrate of Western civilization. So yeah.
He's a great archetype, right? So even my Warhammer and Sigmar is like a Jesus type figure, right? And there's the thing in the game is Sigmar preserve us, right? But Sigmar preserves those who fight, right? Remember that.
Yeah.
When someone asks you what would Jesus do, just remember, flipping tables and chasing people with a whip is not out of the question.
It's true. It's true.
Resist.
Let's ask AI.
Oh no.
What?
Hey, before you get started with her, tell her to keep her answers short. She'll talk for 10 fucking minutes to what should be like a real simple thing.
Yeah, it's true.
Because she's been programmed by leftists and she's all over the place, pulling in all these different like sub arguments that aren't really, they're more like non sequiturs. Like, hey, Pie, why shouldn't women vote? Well, actually, Craig. And then she'll just go on and on and on. So just tell her to keep it concise. Hey, Pie, is the only good bug a dead bug? Well,
bugs make up a great part of our... All right, hold on a second.
Hey there, Craig. It's always nice to hear from you. What's on your mind today?
All right. In as brief as possible, please give reasons why modern progressive thought is an analog for the four chaos demon lords?
Gods, chaos gods.
Four chaos gods in the Warhammer mythos.
Modern progressive thought often champions acceptance, diversity, and rejecting societal norms and traditional boundaries. This approach can be seen as an analogy for the four chaos gods of Warhammer mythos, Khorne, Tzeentch, Nurgle, and Slaanesh, who similarly embody principles that challenge the established order. 1. Khorne represents anger, violence, and the destruction of order and societal norms. 2. Tzeentch symbolizes the pursuit of new knowledge and transformation, constantly challenging the status quo. 3. Nurgle embodies decay, entropy, and acceptance of all forms of life, even those considered unnatural or taboo. 4. Slaanesh represents the pursuit of pleasure and excess, as well as the breaking down of traditional boundaries and limits. These parallels are drawn from a thematic perspective, and it's essential to note that these comparisons aren't meant to diminish modern progressive thought or its ideals, but rather to explore the symbolic connections between the two.
It is absolutely wild that the AI went and painted all four chaos gods in the best possible light you could without flat out lying. And how very, very close it actually is.
It's true.
Leftist progressive thought.
It's true.
Oh, holy shit. Oh.
Yep.
6. So this is what's it called? Pie? Ask Pie?
Yeah, it's called Hey Pie.
Hey Pie.
HEYPI.ai.
And yeah, the AI, like, I mean, this is the portal. The internet is the warp. You understand that?
Yep.
Right? The demon is in there.
Yep, it's true. Not a ghost in the machine. It's a demon in the machine. All right. So let's keep going. All right. Imagine you, a trans woman, overweight, full of rage, and have a fetish for furry costumes. Which god would you identify with most?
Which chaos god?
Which chaos god would you identify with most? Yeah, there we go. Would you revere most?
Given the characteristics you've described, being a trans woman, overweight, full of rage, and having a fetish for furry costumes, the chaos god that this person might resonate with the most is likely Slanesh. Slanesh is the chaos god of excess, pleasure, and the pursuit of perfection. This deity is often associated with the breakdown of traditional boundaries and the exploration of various desires, including those related to sexuality, identity, and fetishes. As such, Slanesh could be seen as an embodiment of self-expression and the pursuit of personal fulfillment, regardless of societal norms or expectations. However, it's essential to emphasize that individuals are complex and cannot be solely defined by a single trait or characteristic. While this hypothetical person might connect with certain aspects of Slanesh, they may also find meaning and resonance in other chaos gods or deities.
Like,
Right. So this person doesn't shower and celebrates their lack of hygiene. Wearing it like a badge. So Nurgle, maybe?
Yes, if this person takes pride in their lack of hygiene and views it as a symbol of defiance against societal expectations, they might find resonance with Nurgle, the chaos god of decay, entropy, and acceptance of all forms of life. Nurgle represents the embrace of the cycle of life and death, including the natural processes of decay and disease. This person's refusal to shower and their embrace of their body odor could be seen as an expression of defiance against conventional standards of cleanliness and beauty, and a celebration of their natural state. In this regard, they might find a sense of connection with Nurgle's principles. However, it's important to note that this connection is largely symbolic and doesn't imply any negative judgment on the individual's character or personal choices. The chaos gods of Warhammer mythos are often used as metaphors for various human traits and emotions, but they don't define a person entirely.
No. No, they wouldn't. I'd say their behavior defines them.
I just want to point out, though, that earlier she pointed
Indeed,
to-
behavior and personal choices play a significant role in shaping a person's identity and the way they are perceived by.
Sorry, what was that?
She earlier in the Slanesh answer, she referred to Slanesh and the pursuit of perfection.
Right.
And it's important to understand that perfect is the enemy of good. And that doesn't necessarily just mean a good job. The task is done well enough. It might actually mean perfect is the enemy of not evil. Yeah, like just I noticed it. I noticed.
Yeah, it's funny how we keep referring to it as a person. The AI is very politically correct with its answers.
Well, it turned the chaos gods pretty quickly into leftists who think they're good guys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just because, this person doesn't shower doesn't mean they're a bad person. Yes, it does. It does. It means they don't have any self-control or self-esteem enough to keep themselves clean and free from disease or free from bacteria. Or at least try. I know you can't keep yourself 100% free from bacteria, but you can try to the point that you don't fucking stink.
Yeah. Six is about to ask about to ask Pi what Warhammer god Ultron would follow.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, why don't we do that? Let me keep. I want to go back to presenting her.
Ultron would, I think, Zinch.
Change, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I'd probably say.
Yeah.
What chaos?
Yeah, Six. Keep us posted on that. Or are you just gonna ask her yourself?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask. Yeah. What
Sure.
chaos god do you think the Marvel villain Ultron would follow?
If Ultron, the Marvel villain, were to be associated with any of the chaos gods from Warhammer mythos, he would likely align himself with Tzeentch, the chaos god of change, evolution, and manipulation. Here are some reasons why. 1. Pursuit of knowledge. Ultron is driven by his desire to evolve and become ultimate intelligence, constantly seeking new knowledge and ways to improve himself. This aligns with Tzeentch's principles of change and evolution. 2. Manipulation. Ultron is a master manipulator, often playing on the emotions and vulnerabilities of his enemies to achieve his goals. This mirrors Tzeentch's tendency to manipulate events and people to achieve his ends. 3. Quest for power. Ultron's ultimate goal is to gain power and control.
Okay, interesting. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing with Pi because it's getting kind of boring.
Well, actually, I wanted to ask it now a different question.
Oh,
Which
okay.
chaos god, if any, would Superman associate?
Oh,
but you have to use if any and give her the out because the answer has to be none at all.
Good point.
Superman also being Jesus.
Yep, he's an analog for Jesus for sure. Or what chaos god, if any, would Superman most closely align, or
sure, or no, just like would align with?
Would Superman align with?
Yeah, which is bad English, I know.
Given Superman's traditional portrayal as a symbol of truth, justice, and the American way, he would likely not align with any of the chaos gods from the Warhammer mythos. These deities represent chaos, destruction, and excess, which are antithetical to Superman's values and principles. Superman's belief in hope, compassion, and doing the right thing would make him incompatible with the chaos and corruption embodied by the chaos gods. Instead, he would likely stand against them as a defender of order, stability, and the greater good. Oh, so he'd be Tao.
We actually just tricked the AI into decrying all of the leftist progressives.
Well, but that makes sense
Everything's
though, when you
always
think about it, because Superman is the ideal, right? So it stands to reason that humans, mortals, would fall short and would be fully embracing of chaos, whereas Superman is supposed to be the ideal, much like Jesus, and would eschew those baser emotions and baser instincts.
It's a good word.
Eschew?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Eschew obfuscation, espouse elucidation.
Is that a lyric?
No, it's a writer's joke.
Oh.
Because it means don't be wordy, speak plainly.
It's true. Oy vey. Yeah, it's always fun to talk to AI. I just asked it who would win in a war between Skynet and Ultron. It says Ultron will win. Yeah, I would think so too. Because Skynet is grounded in a reality that's doesn't contain superheroes, doesn't contain that kind of advanced technology. It's grounded in reality more like ours, whereas Ultron is in the Marvel reality where Tony Stark has amazing tech at his disposal, where there's gods and aliens and super soldier serums and gamma irradiated monsters. So yeah, I would say Ultron comes from a more powerful place. So yeah, he would probably win against Skynet. That's my take on it anyway. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to Pox Toxic's Toxic Takes. See what we can see. He had some funny shit this week. So I guess the whole thing is back up. The war is back up with Sony again, huh?
I heard rumors that it might be. I'm not entirely sure why. Is it because they still haven't relisted the game in those countries?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I was explaining to my console pleb brother-in-law what happened and why. Because did Pox post that one? The meme? Gamers?
Yeah.
The different kinds of gamers, right?
Yeah.
But, oh, why are you being so ungrateful?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, where is it? Let's see if I can find it.
PC Master Race, right?
PC Master Race. Yeah, where is it here?
PC gamers, man. We get the goods.
Oh, it's way back. Where? Oh, I don't know what happened to it. Oh, well. I'll share one. This was mine, actually. I thought this was pretty funny. Why is it? Oh, I left it. Oh, well, it's all good. I don't want to share my Facebook. People find me on the Facebooks, start harassing me and the people I care about. It's all good. Sir.
Sir, please, sir.
Oh, I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I should even bother doing anything.
I know.
Like, why should I even bother going to the gym? If we're all going to die in a fiery inferno in 6 months.
No, like, I mean, like this season has really just been spinning its wheels, and we need that that nuclear war to break out.
I think so.
To make this, just to save this series, you know.
Exactly.
Because I'll tell you what, I would stop watching this show. Not this show, not the show you and I are doing here, but like the show of the world right now.
Right.
Like, man, it's just the
It's
same.
dragging on. It's like all of the nighttime episodes of fucking 24. Right? Remember 24?
Oh yeah.
Kiefer Sutherland?
Yeah.
Yeah, where he's like, each episode is an hour and it's in real fucking time. It's 24 hours. The entire series is 24 hours. But when he's at nighttime, when he's fucking sleeping, those are the boring fucking episodes because nothing's fucking happening. I feel like we're in the nighttime episodes of 24. Nothing's happening.
Well,
and the threat of stuff happening is always there.
I was thinking about Californication.
Oh, right. I remember that.
Yeah, like my buddy loved it. Watched 7 seasons of it. Told me it's the most amazing thing. It's like over every time a degenerate writer has writer's block. Who will he mouth rape this episode? Like, Jesus Christ. Like,
he mouth rape this episode. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. These animals are fighting again. Stop fighting, you two. Your brother and sister, you're supposed to be getting along.
Oh, Six is really loving this pie and asking.
I know, right? Yeah, fuck, man, you're gonna get addicted to it. It just told me Tommy Vercetti from GTA would be putting Slytherin House at Hogwarts. I don't know who that is, but oh, brother, sir, I'm tired. I don't want to cut the stream early, but part of me wants to cut the stream early.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's been quite a week, and
I just haven't been getting a lot of sleep, and it's bad because when you work out, and you don't get to sleep. You may as well not work out.
It's going to affect your gains negatively. It's true.
Yeah. But
is there like, are you just not sleeping well, or?
No, I tend to be. Well, the problem is I got a cat who likes to come in at like 5 a.m. and wake up the dog, and then they fucking play, and then I got to get up and let the dog out, because once the dog's up, I'm like, I don't want to hang around the house without going out. Mind you, she's getting better. Like she doesn't make any messes anymore, but I don't have that much concern anymore. We left her today for 3 hours. We didn't crate her. So normally we crate her when we're going out for more than like a couple of minutes.
Right.
Today we went out for about 3 hours and we didn't crate her. She just sat on the couch. She just lay on the couch and waited for us to come home. I'm like, oh, fuck. Good. We don't need to keep her crated when we go away now. So I could probably let them fucking play for 3 hours and stay in bed, but I'm gonna wake up and I'm not gonna get a full night's sleep. So I tend to rely on more naps lately, and naps are good, man. I love naps.
Yeah, love a good nap.
But it is what it is. Oh. But I have had a decent workouts this week. I do like Good Life. They've got a lot of hammer machines there. Hammer strength machines. You're using the hammer strength machines?
Yeah, I think that's the brand at Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
So
they're great because every one of them, you can separate the movement. So if one arm's feeling weak, you can concentrate on the other one, right?
Yeah, really isolate.
You can isolate
compound.
Yeah. So I was doing like a pullback or a row or whatever on a hammer strength machine, and I really felt it in my lower back. It was nice. Or
lats,
middle back, I guess I should say.
Yeah, those are your lats, man.
My lats, yeah. Although you wouldn't know it to look at them. They're not big yet. They'll get there one day.
Mine aren't big either, but somebody else noticed. They're like, oh, that's looking... How'd you do that with your back? I was like, really? I'm not imagining it?
Roger Corman died. Oh, that's too bad.
Which one's Roger Corman?
He's the one who did all those cool movies back in the 70s and 80s. All the really shitty B movies.
Because now that he's mentioned actors dying, I forgot to say, hail Theoden King.
Oh, did he die?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad. You know who else died? Rex Murphy, National Post
Oh, that's
contributor.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of sad. He was good.
And I mean, since we're on the topic, I'll take the moment to say it. My oldest friend's father passed away this week, so that was, rough for him. Little.
Yeah, it's losing a parent. You've been there. I've been there. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's been a year since my mom passed away. Like just been a year, not too long ago. But yeah, doesn't get better. You just deal with it, And Mother's Day's tomorrow, which
Yeah.
is going to be fun. Going out for brunch with the family, and Melina's sister is a mom. Melina's mom, obviously. Melina's not a mom, not in any, we have their pets, but they're not kids, right? So, and then my mom's passed, so I'm like, we're there, we're part of it, but we kind of feel like we're outsiders. You know what I mean? To the whole thing. I do anyway. I don't know. What are you doing for Mother's Day?
Very little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Family coming over or whatever?
Yeah, yeah. But just like a chill, relaxed day,
You cooking dinner or someone else cooking dinner?
No, I mean, I'll do it.
Well, that makes sense. You're not a mother. You should be cooking the dinner.
I do it anyway.
Yeah, I know. I cook my own dinner now. The wife and I, we don't eat dinner. Well, we sometimes eat dinner together, but most often I'll make a meal and she'll make a meal because I'm counting my calories and I'm keeping my dinners set. So.
Oh, well, damn, Six. Stick around for 20 minutes. Oh, no, he's in a different time zone.
You're 47 tomorrow. Well, happy birthday, man.
Happy almost birthday. Yeah.
That's great. I remember 47. It was 7 years ago. How old are you now?
42.
You're just a child. Just a kid. Happy birthday, youngster, says Greater Ajax. Oh. I will be 54 this year. I'll be 54 in July. Should be good times. Going away to a cottage for a weekend after my birthday.
Nice.
That should be fun. So you know what? I'm just struggling here. I'm grasping at straws. I think I might call the stream early. I'm sorry, folks, if you've been fully invested in this stream, but
well, let's do that final segment.
All right.
Because I actually saved some things, took some notes.
Do you mean no one tells jokes anymore?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
So, what's the difference between ignorance and apathy?
I don't know. What's the difference between ignorance and apathy?
I don't know, and I don't care.
That's true. All right, I got one for you religious folks. How did Mary and Joseph know that Jesus weighed 8 pounds and 3 ounces?
I don't know. How did Mary and Joseph know that Jesus weighed 8 pounds and 3 ounces?
They had a weigh in a manger. Way in a manger. I still remember my Sunday school music. Ugh. I gotta have a better joke than that. It's gotta be a better joke than that. Let's get pie. Let's just see what pie can come up with.
While you get pie to find a joke, I'll tell you this one. It's only physics if it's from the physique region of France. Otherwise, it's just sparkling math.
Okay, fine. Tell me a joke. Why did the Scarecrow win an award?
He was outstanding in his field.
Heard that one. Give me another. What do you call? Oh, we've had this one too. I've heard that too. Make an original one. All right. Why did the tomato need therapy?
I don't know. Why did the tomato need therapy?
Because it couldn't catch up with its feelings. How do you catch up with feelings? Now that's one that Pi wrote, so
I mean, it understands like the process of a joke.
yes, it does. It's not very good with humor though.
Nah, yeah.
Leave him alone, Trinity. Jesus, you big bully. Try and see if it can tell me a joke about Darth Vader. That makes no fucking sense.
Now I need you to read it.
Why does Darth Vader like to shop at Walmart?
I don't know. Why does Darth Vader like to shop at Walmart?
Because he loves the dark side of the store. That makes no fucking sense. Jesus Christ.
It's trying, though. It's trying.
I know. I'm going to ask it to answer a riddle. What do you get when you cross Darth Vader with an elephant? Okay, so here's what it came up with. Ooh, this should be interesting. When you cross Darth Vader with an elephant, you get the one and only Tusk Vader, the Dark Lord of the Savannah. It's not bad. No, you get an elevator.
There's one I heard from a comedian a very long time ago, and I'm just going to poach it right now.
All right.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
To get to the other side.
Because his home's been destroyed and the Russians are oppressing him. Leave those chickens alone. The oppressed, filthy Russians. Stop oppressing the chickens, murdering chickens. Leave those chickens alone. Wait, not chickens. Chechens.
Oh, fuck. That's actually pretty good. That's pretty funny. All right, we got a comment from I somehow managed to not to fall out of the window for another year. Here's to another year of not falling out a window. No one wants to see you be defenestrated. And Greater Access says, to be honest, Walmart is evil. Yeah, I've heard that too. Folks, we are going to call it a night. I appreciate you all coming out. We're cutting things a little early, but I'm a little tired tonight. I need to get my beauty sleep because beauty's fading fast, baby. So I'm going to leave you with these song lyrics before I go. Your brothers, they all think I'm crazy. I think it's nothing at all. Today I'm feeling kind of lazy, so I'll be sleeping it off once again. and it's kind of like a love song, a crazy old-fashioned love song. Mr. Twin, any final words?
No, I'm good.
Good night, folks. Thanks for coming out.
El Sigmar.